It's great to be here today in Kenya. And today is International Women's Day. And it's my great pleasure to be connecting with amazing women in Kenya. So Consolata is somebody we've known for many years, and she is doing extraordinary work and important work as well. But without me saying more, Consolata, would you like to introduce yourself to us?
Good morning, everyone, and happy International Women's Day. Here in Kenya at the mango tree, we are very proud of the very many vulnerable women that we've worked with and empowered, inspired, and elevated to a different level. And you'll be hearing from just a select two women that we have worked with. And we really are proud to be online today, sharing with you our experiences and experiences of these very wonderful women that we've been working with for over 18 years.
And in the 18 years, right, Consolata, I think one thing that is really great to know is why and how your organization started. Because what you are doing has a very interesting multidimensional purpose and the impact. But leading up to that, you had a big challenge to tackle. So would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, I started the mango tree 18 years ago after seeing the pathetic situation in our area. A village had grown up with, the area had grown up and seen HIV and AIDS really devastate the whole community, with most adults dying, leaving children with either very old grandparents or the children on their own. So, and having worked in institutional care for children, I felt they couldn't take as many children. It wasn't an effective approach, given the numbers of children that needed support, the very high levels of poverty. So I was looking for a community-based orphan care program that really would learn from our African cultures of the extended family, so the kinship system. So because of that, we had to make it really an integrated approach where everybody is involved, and we will look at anything that would improve livelihoods and ensure that children continue to go to school and receive an education to build their future. So that's how we introduced, first of all, education for every child. We've supported over 8,000 children to go to school. While they were going to school, we worked with their caregivers, to produce more food on livelihoods, to increase their income. So we would literally look at what is the wisdom of the community. Do we have a forest area? Can we grow, forest areas that were being also deforested because of poverty? So can we regreen our environment? As we do that, what about if we integrated it with beekeeping so that we can be able to get honey? Instead of cutting trees for charcoal, we will have trees that would feed the bees, and the bees would give us honey. So we look at growing more and more trees that we would then use as wood fuel, or for that we would sell for timber. And that is how we would be able to mitigate the effects of issues to do with environmental degradation. But on the other hand, can we ensure that the children who are sick and or have been born with the HIV virus are on antiretroviral therapy, and they're having a support group to help them learn how to live positively? And we see how we bring the caregivers who are also sick or are on and are needing antiretroviral therapy into support groups so that they work together as a group and support each other. Can we look at how we empower women even more, girls who are dropping out of school due to early pregnancies? Can we create a more warm school, an environment where everybody feels equal? And so that is how we came up with the Mango Tree Girls School, which has really embraced teen mothers, children who have been sexually abused or defiled, girls who were left orphaned at an early age, and all of them growing together with all equals and with a very wonderful team of teachers supporting them. And so we look at the community, we reflect on what can help. There are local mangoes. How do we improve the mango variety into grafted mangoes that can now give bigger and more, valuable mangoes? So just looking at anything that can ensure that the whole community is growing together and everybody appreciates the orphan child and invest in them for the future. So that is really behind the mango tree. Ensure that every child thrives within a healthy environment, within healthy communities.
And behind every community, amazing women, but behind the two amazing women with you today, the beehives, I think those yellow boxes. So can we actually say hello to Jane and Pamela now, and then hear from what they are doing?
My name is Pamela Wood. I'm a widow. I've got 6 children. My husband died 1997. I've lived as a widow 26 years now. But when I was enrolled in a mango tree, they empowered me with 3 boxes of beehives, bananas, hens, and the others.
Wow.
Mangoes, I've got 10 trees. Now I can sell my honey and get school fees. We do cost sharing.
Wow.
Now it's 6 years. My child have learned. One is a nurse, one is a social worker, the other one is also a social worker. I've got 6 children.
I'm also a widow. I've got 6 children, 4 boys and 2 girls.
And how many bee hives do you have?
I have 6 beehives.
Oh, wow.
And I'm planting trees like mangoes, pawpaws, and avocados.
Avocados. I love avocados. And do you sell those fruits at the market, or that's for your own family?
I sell.
And does that help you also to pay like school fee and other cost of your living?
Yes.
When we work with their children, when we support the education of their children, we insist that the caregivers, the parents, the widows must do a cost sharing. So the fees is paid on a cost sharing basis. So what is supposed to be paid by them, the widows, the contribution they're supposed to make, which sometimes is up to 20%, 30%, 50%, comes from the income that they get from the beekeeping. If you can see, so when they have done honey, we will buy the honey and process it and then sell it. So this is mango tree honey that has come from the work of Pamela and Jane and many others. During the mango season, they will harvest their mangoes and sell them. They will also sell avocados. They will also have, she was talking about hens, so chicken, poultry keeping. They will do poultry and sell. And so we just ensure that they do many of these things because it's a village setup. So they get a little income from here and there and put it together. But I think what they enjoy most is beekeeping because they don't have to feed the bees. They only check to see that the bees have worked. And you see, when they grow the mangoes, the avocados, the pawpaws, they produce the flowers. Those are trees that are producing flowers that feed their bees. Then they now harvest the honey and they bring it to the office and it is we process it for them, and then we sell. We help them also market their honey. So that is how they're raising income to support the education of their children and the feeding and other needs of the family.
Yeah. What I love about what you are doing is this whole holistic approach, working with the local community, but also the nature and the resources that the natural environment already provides, and how to tap into those resources to empower the entire community, right? Like that, like micro actions and also the togetherness is very, very inspiring. And I know that many of our partners that we work with also love supporting the beekeeping project and also the tree planting project. And then when they are contributing to those programs, which is broken down into micro units, they might not realize the implication and also the vastness of the ripple effect that you are creating through the community. And also the orphans, the women are able to take care of because of the income they're generating. So congratulations on the amazing work that you do, Consolata, and Jane and Pamela as well.
Thank you.
And now we also want to show some mango trees, right? So shall we all stand up and walk toward the mango trees as well?
We also do aquaculture. You know.
Aquaculture. Yes.
Yeah. We have fish ponds.
Yep. So that's a fish pond over there. I think, Fred, you need to keep up with Consolata. So that's the fish pond.
Morning, that's why I praise you. Much, so much, so much, that's why I praise you. In the morning, I praise you.
I wanna dance. Thank you, ladies, for the amazing songs.
Yeah, so these are our girls celebrating International Women's Day. Girls, sit down. And we are sitting under a mango tree. You can see the mangoes.
Yeah, huge.
We have plenty.
Yeah, and, big mangoes, huge.
Yes. And the whole compound actually is, we have lots of mangoes, and that is also one way. We show them how to do it here so that in the end they can go and do the same thing at home. So maybe I'll just ask, you can see we have a beautiful girl with a baby. What's the baby's name? Viola. So this is a group of girls that we also have a project on B1G1 that is raising money to give skills to young women, young mothers who would otherwise be stranded. So they are learning to do hairdressing, they are doing barbering, they are doing beauty, pedicure and manicure, so that they are able to rebuild their lives, start again. When they finish here, they only take 6 months here, and it is intensive learning. They use their own hair to learn. They plate each other, and within 6 months they are ready. Then they do an exam, and then they go out, either work in groups or go and get employed and begin to make money to take care of themselves and their babies, also of them who have babies. And I think this is a special occasion on International Women's Day to celebrate these girls and celebrate the achievement we've made with lots of women, young women and teen mothers like them for the last 18 years.
And what inspires me, Consolata, is when you started, and when there was this challenge with AIDS and lots of orphans, one way to try to solve that problem is to build an orphanage, right? And then said, okay, let's just put all of the orphans into orphanage and feed them and take care of them. But what you did was to really see what's already available in the community rather than to actually like impose different kind of solution, you saw that the community itself actually did have the power to tackle this challenge if they had the opportunity to be empowered. So thank you so much for the amazing work you do. So for the International Women's Day, first, Consolata, do you have any like one message about this day, and also for the global community of women and men today who is watching your great work? What would you like to say?
I think I would like to say that our problems in society can be solved. We are not desperate. The only challenge is, how do we recognize the resources that we have, and how do we support one another in order to solve our own problems? As we speak, we're really in a dire challenge where some of our children who are being sponsored by a USAID funded project have lost support. But when you go back into the community and say, what can we do? How can we support one another? And I want to say that the power of you women is a real thing, that if we held together. For the 18 years I've worked with actually it's 90% women, supporting the over 8,000 children and transforming their lives in their own little. So I want to say that women can, and if we just focused on what the power that women have and the resilience that the women have, and we give them the required support. A lot of money is wasted here and there in seminars, trainings, whatever, that really do not make an impact. But if we would go directly into identifying the women and helping them themselves identify their own resources, their own strengths, we would be able to support and transform our society. So
I totally agree.
Congratulations to all the women who have done a great job of taking care of humanity.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Consolata. And thank you so much for the passion and conviction you bring to your work, and also the joy, because when we visited your community, it was just so amazing to be surrounded by the songs and the dances and the laughter and, sitting around the fire and celebrating the spirit of this humanity together outside, like camping out. And so I wanted to bring this feeling to some of the people who might never be able to visit Kenya or Africa or your project. But I hope that the people watching felt that inspiration and also energy and the spirit of amazing human kindness in this community. And I hope that you will also tune into other messages coming from women around the world and enjoy the different stories with us. And if you want to take action, you feel inspired, please reach out to me. And you can also connect with Consolata on LinkedIn and follow the amazing work that she is doing as well.
Happy International Women's Day!